Hey everyone, welcome back to Sage Advice. I'm Diana, and today we're going to be shaking things up a little and taking a break from the heavier spiritual topics. Instead, we're going to be getting in touch with our childlike nature because let's face it, sometimes we just need to play. And here's the best part, when we get creative, we're actually connecting with God, the ultimate creator. Creativity is a divine gift, and today we're going to have fun with it. I'm going to take you with me to my trip to Michael's, where I grabbed a few odds and ends to put together 3 fall-themed projects, which are right behind me. And then I'm going to walk you through how I made them. I specifically picked these 3 projects so they wouldn't be that difficult and anyone can follow along. In the end, you should be happy with the results. So behind me, we have the DIY projects that I worked on this past week, and I'm honestly really happy with the results. So the first one we're going to cover is the mason jar lanterns we have here. I think these jars are so cute and adorable. I'm just going to bring this closer. Around the mason jar, I've pasted these fall theme leaves. And then inside here, we have these tea lights that light up. And I actually filmed how these looked at night. Next, we have these cute pumpkins made out of socks. So I'm just gonna bring these closer, and the stems are made out of cinnamon sticks. And I really love the way these came out. They're just so cute. And it didn't really take that long to do. And last, we have fall theme diamond art coasters. So this is really time consuming, but these are the kind of projects you wanna work on for several reasons. If you're trying to build a deeper relationship with God, if you want more peace and calmness in your life, and also just to tap into your creative side. Since I was a kid, I've always been into the arts. Projects like this are just so fun for me. And what I'm going to do is I will leave a link, the Amazon link to this product. But basically what it is I don't know if you can see it. The numbers are on the panel, and you get a series of colored gems, and whatever the color of the gem is, you apply it to that number. Really easy, very tranquil. Here are the fall theme diamond art coasters. Think of this as paint by numbers, but instead of paint, you're using tiny colorful diamonds. This activity can help reduce stress, ease emotions, and cultivate patience. I'll be sure to leave the link down below in the description box. Alright, let's dive into making these adorable mason jar lanterns. Here's what you'll need: fabric or real fall leaves, your choice, a mason jar of any size or style, a 1-inch wide paintbrush, and some glue paste. I'm using good old Mod Podge with a glossy finish. For the tea light, I'm going with a battery operated LED because who doesn't love a safe glow? Trust me, this is a super easy project to put together. It doesn't take too much time, and the end result looks pretty impressive for a DIY project. Now, here's the finished look of my first mason jar lantern. You'll notice a little gloss on the leaves, which I think adds a nice touch to it. Before we get too far ahead, let's rewind a bit. I started by washing the mason jar and wiping it down with an alcohol pad. This step is super important. You want to make sure all the oils from your hands are gone, or the glue won't stick properly. Think of it as giving your jar a clean slate. Next, I poured a generous amount of glue into a small bowl. I applied it to the jar in sections, which makes it easier to manage. Now, here's the key. Let the glue get a little tacky before adding the leaf. While that's happening, I organized my leaves and played around with the design. Because we're not just gluing here, we're creating art. Take your time, no rush. If you have a small fan handy, it can help speed up the drying process. The rest is simply applying the leaves all around the jar. You'll see me reapplying the glue in spots where some edges were popping up. It took a little patience to get everything to stick down, but I finally got it just right. Again, patience is key here. And voila, here's the second mason jar lantern. It's just as cute and charming as the first. The materials didn't break the bank, and honestly, there's something really satisfying about turning simple things into something. Now, let's move on to our next project, the cute, cozy sock pumpkin. Here's what you'll need. A pair of clean socks, preferably in fall colors, cinnamon sticks for the stem, stuffing, thread in any color you like, a tapestry needle with a large eye, and of course, a trusty glue gun. First, we're going to cut the top half of the sock off. Then we'll thread one end of the sock closed. Make sure to tuck any fabric that's sticking out of the bottom. Nobody likes a messy pumpkin. It can be a little tricky, but we've got this. Next, it's time to stuff your pumpkin. You can decide how plump you want it to be. I went for a nice full look, but feel free to experiment with the size. It might take a little bit of fiddling to get it just right, but patience is key. Once you're happy with the stuffing, we'll close up the other end of the pumpkin. Now comes the fun part. Molding it to that classic pumpkin shape. Now I'm just flattening it a little and rounding it out until it looks just right. Now let's make the ridges that give it that signature pumpkin look. I wrapped the thread around twice for each section and ended up with 6 sections in total. Not gonna lie, I struggled a bit there. The thread kept on getting caught in between the stuffing and sock material. Finally, we're going to glue a cinnamon stick to the top as the stem. And there you have it, your very own cozy sock pumpkin. Isn't it just the cutest thing you've ever seen? Honestly, this can be straight out of Pottery Barn. Look at all those beautiful fun creations that are super easy to do. From lanterns to pumpkins to sparkly coasters. It's all about tapping into that childlike joy and creativity, all while getting in touch with God. Remember, anytime you're feeling stuck, take some time to pray and ask God, where did you give me creative gifts? When I'm sitting in silence and I'm focused on making something beautiful, it's in those moments where I either get an inner knowing or a download that God is connecting with me. So don't be afraid to play, create, and have fun. After all, God made this world with His imagination. Imagine what you can create with His help. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Sage Advice for uplifting and fun videos. Keep shining your light, embrace your creativity, and keep tapping into that childlike nature. And one more thing, creativity isn't just a hobby. It's a way to connect to God and express the unique gifts that God has given you. Until next time, stay blessed.